We do a different style of journalism to the journalism that I think increasingly you see in News Limited papers and increasingly you see with different columnists as well. You know, a lot of that criticism comes from right-wing commentators, and they wonder, where are the strong right-wing commentators on the ABC? We don't do that kind of journalism. We don't ask questions about, you know, our journalists' voting pattern and where their ideology are. We look at the journalism they put to air, and we have strong editorial standards that demand fairness, balance and impartiality, and we hold them to that test.
But is there a valid criticism that no presenter in this organisation is right of centre? I don't know whether that's true, but that is a criticism that's often made.
Yeah, and I think it's ill-formed and people wouldn't know. The test isn't your background, the test isn't your ideology, the test is the way you broadcast and the journalism you put to air. Now, there's a second question though on I suppose the groupthink, and are we broad enough in the issues that we cover? I think we need to continue to challenge ourselves on that. That are we too narrow in the subjects we put to air? Jim Spiegelman, our chairman, framed it in an interesting way a little while back. He said, are we more concerned about gay marriage than we are about electricity prices? That was a really good question. And we continue
I think the answer is probably yes, isn't it?
Well, and I think we continue to work with our staff to ensure that we are informed about the issues the Australian public is informed about. We're broad in the voices that we're putting to air and the debates that we're airing, and I think that's an ongoing challenge.
That's your job, isn't it? Your job is to make sure that the ABC does produce something that is a bit broader than what it's often accused of doing.
Yeah.
Do you think you've done that well enough?
Yeah,
I think you actually give direction to the organisation and say, hey guys, we need to be a bit more balanced than we are.
Yeah, I think we've worked harder on that over the years.
Do we need to do better?
Well, I think we're not the least bit complacent about it, and I think the answer in truth, Paul, is that we do very well most of the time, but we're probably not as good as we'd always like to be. And at times we will fall short. At times we'll be a bit narrow. At times humans exercising real judgment in front of a live microphone will make errors, and we've got to accept that. I think the public's very understanding of that.
One of your strongest critics was the former Prime Minister Tony Abbott, who at the time of the Zaki Mallah affair said, and I quote, I think many millions of Australians would feel betrayed by our national broadcaster right now. And I think that the ABC does have to take a long, hard look at itself and to answer a question which I have posed before: whose side are you on? Whose side are you on here? Whose side is the ABC on?
Well, you know, as I said in response to that, I think the ABC is on Australia's side. We're the Australian Broadcasting Corporation, but everybody has a different role.
The hell you are.
And our role to play is as an independent public broadcaster. And so our role will be at times to upset government, to ask hard questions, to do rigorous investigations. And it's not our role